Order! The case of Tom Robinson will now commence. Mr. Tate, please begin.
Thank you, Judge Taylor. On the 21st of November, as I was going home, I was stopped by Mr. Ewell. He was excited to inform me that Inigo raped Miss Mayella. I went as fast as I could, and when I got there I found her lying on the floor, all beat up. I asked who hurt her, and she said Tom Robinson. I asked if she was taken advantage of, and she said yes. That's all there is to it.
Did anyone call a doctor?
No, sir. There wasn't any need to. It was pretty obvious what happened. No need to verify it again.
All right. Describe her injuries, please.
Well, her head was all banged up, and I saw some bruises coming on her arms. Oh yes, I also saw a black eye coming. She had some bruises on her neck that were all the way around.
Is her black eye on her left or her right?
Her left.
Was she facing you or looking the same way as you?
Ah, then that makes it her right.
Thank you.
Robert Ewell, please approach the witness stand.
That's me, the father of Miss Mayella, who is raped by that dirty nigger.
There will be no more inappropriate actions again in court, understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Now what was your view on the night of November 21st?
Well, I was chopping wood for the wood stock, and as soon as I got up to the house, I heard Mayella scream inside the house. So of course I dropped my load and I ran to her. I got to the window, and I was too late. I saw the man who raped her. Why? He's standing right there. That fellow nigger thinking he could just drop in and rape her. He's as guilty as the sky is blue.
That's enough, Mr. Ewell. Now, did you actually see what happened with your own eyes?
Yes, I did. A clear view of it. I was at the window. It's about 3 feet tall. When I looked in, it looked like there was a fight because there's stuff tossed everywhere. In the middle of it all was Mayella with Tom.
Did you get a doctor?
Didn't feel the need to. I was concerned about her condition. It just would have cost me $5.
All right. Do you agree with Mr. Tate's description of Mayella's injuries?
I agree with everything Mr. Tate said.
Can you read and write?
Of course. I could prove it too.
Okay. We'll sign your name here. You're left-handed.
It's the only hand I can do things with.
Thank you, Mr. Ewell. Now, Miss Mayella, can you please approach the witness stand? Now, Miss Mayella, what were you doing on that evening?
Just sitting on the porch.
Which one?
Ain't got but one.
What were you doing on your porch?
I wasn't doing not anything.
Please just tell us what happened.
It's all too scary.
What is? Ham.
I don't want him hanging on my papa like that. He didn't do nothing. Alright, well I had this little shiffer that needed to be chopped up. And, well, he was walking by, so I hired to him to come and chop it up.
Who is he?
Why, that nigga over there.
Be more specific. What happened next?
Well, I figured that he would have won a nickel, so I turned around to get him one, and when I turned back around to give it to him, he sort of jumped on me. I was screaming and hollering and fighting, but he hit me, you see. Next thing I knew, my papa was standing over me asking who done it. I said Tom Robinson. After that, I sort of fainted and woke up to find myself being led by Mr. Tate to a bucket of water.
And you're sure that Tom Robinson took full advantage of you?
Got what he was after.
Thank you. I'm sure Atticus has some questions for you.
Thank you, Judge Taylor. Miss Mayella, I'm sure you can see my age, so I'm not the best at remembering things. Please excuse that. I have a few questions that I would like to be answered.
Won't answer anything till you stop mocking me, you hear?
Ma'am?
Mr. Finch is not mocking you. He's just trying to be considerate.
I'm not gonna sit here and take his sass.
It's just how Mr. Finch does. Atticus, please continue.
Thank you. Miss Mayella, who are your friends?
Friends?
Yes. Don't you have any?
Stop making fun of me.
Do you love your father?
I love Papa, yes I do.
I mean, does he treat you nice?
He's tolerable. Well, except when... Well, never mind.
Please continue.
I said he's tolerable.
Has he ever beaten you?
Answer the question, please.
He hasn't even touched me before.
All right, well, now to the point. Have you ever seen Tom Robinson other than that day?
Yes, sir. He passes by my house every day on the way home from wherever he works.
And did you ever invite him into your yard to do odd jobs before?
I might have. A lot of niggas pass by my house.
And so after he chopped the shifter robe and you were about to pay him, he jumped on you. Is that right?
Sure is.
And then he got you around the neck and took advantage of you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember him beating you about the face?
Yes, sir.
Tom, please stand up and cross your arms. Mayella, take a good look at him. This is the man, correct? How could it be possible?
I don't know. All I know is that he was there and on me and beating me and taking advantage of me.
Be completely truthful with me. Did or did not Bob Ewell beat you?
Why does it matter to you?
It matters to the court.
After I say this, I ain't gonna say no more. I was taken advantage of by that nigga over there, and if you want to do something, you're all cowards and nigga lovers.
Mr. Finch, how many witnesses do you have? Only one. Bring him in. Were you ever acquainted with Miss Mayella?
Yes, sir. She would ask me to do odd jobs for her. I was glad to do it, sir.
Did you ever step on the property without being invited?
No, sir. I would never do that.
Tom, what happened on the evening of November 21st?
Mr. Finch, I was passing the Ewell's place, and Miss Mayella was sitting on the porch. She seemed really quiet. Then she asked me to help her with something for a minute. She said something in the house. I came onto the porch and she said the door, so I checked out of the door, and I said it was in good condition. Then she shut the door. I said, well, I better get going since there is nothing for me to do. She said that there was a box on top of a chipper rope that I could get for her to stand on a chair. So I did, and...
Tom, what happened?
She wrapped her arms around my legs like she was tackling me. So, it was so scary.
Then what happened?
She reached up and kissed me on the cheek. She said that she kissed not one grown man before, and that it might as well be a nigger. She told me to kiss her back. I said, Miss Mayella, let me out of here. I tried to run away without hurting her, but she got her back right against the door, so I would have to push her out of the way. Then I saw Mr. Ewell through the window, so he said something to Mayella.
What did he say?
So, it's not fit to say in front of children.
Tom, you need to say what he said.
He said,
You're like glass on the top of my head.
He said, just wait till I get my hands on you.
Then what happened?
I really don't know, sir. I got out of there so fast.
Tom, did you rape Mayella?
No, sir, I didn't.
Did you harm her in any way and try to resist her advances?
I did not harm her in any way, and sir, I tried to resist her advances, but I didn't want to harm her.
Thank you, Tom. I'm sure the state has some questions to ask.
Tom, you're pretty strong to chop up chifferos with one hand, aren't you?
I reckon so, yeah.
Strong enough to choke a woman and sling her to the floor?
I guess so.
You're polite by doing all these chores without getting paid.
Well, sir, I felt sorry for her.
You felt sorry for a white woman? You felt sorry for a white woman?
Sir, I didn't do anything in a seductive way, and I had no intention of doing so. Nobody helped her with her chores.
The state is done asking questions.
Thank you. Mr. Finch, do you wish to add anything? Thank you, gentlemen. I would like to use the last of my remaining time to tell you that this case isn't as hard as it is made. Who will you believe, a black man or a white woman? The state was not able to produce scientific proof that she was actually raped. It has been left to determine by the witnesses. The defendant is not guilty, but someone in this courtroom is. The facts are here, in front of your face. My last closing remark is that Thomas Jefferson once said that all men are created equal. Skin color doesn't matter. I hope and pray that you make the right decision in your meeting. Thank you. In God's name, leave him.
I pledge Tom Robinson is